week. It all depends. But yeah, I can't really give you any standings at the moment because the standings have been delayed by a week and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just going to see if we are actually live. I think we are. Oh yes, we are live. Awesome. Yeah, as I say, we don't have standings this week. That'll be next week. All I can pretty much say is Blue is still out in front by quite a way with Connor just behind him. But yeah, should be an interesting race. I will go on board with trying to see who's further ahead at the moment, and I think it will be Fred the Red. So we'll stay on board with him for the time being whilst I share this into the Discord. But yeah, doing solo comms tonight, looking forward to it. I'll try my very best. But should be an interesting race tonight with the wet track, especially with Eau Rouge and Radion. So I need to also now as well get the chat up for the race as well. So yeah, we'll stay on board with Mr. Fred the Red, as he is going to be the first one to set the flying lap today, and we'll see what he can do. It's going to be a tough one for sure. It's going to be a tough one with the wet surface and just the high-speed nature of this track, really. But anyway, then, coming up to the first corner, down into second gear. We'll drop it into first, and I won't. See what sort of exit he gets out of turn one. It seems to be pretty stable for now. Through Radio, he's invalidated his lap time already, which, to be fair, it is easy to do, I will be honest. Right, let's go on board then. Who will be next to cross the line? It won't be Matteo. Everyone else is on outlaps at the moment. GTAC UK, let's see how he does. Had a bit of a bad time so far this season. Oh, he's got no front wing. He has no front wing whatsoever. So he won't be able to set a lap. Whatsoever, okay. Who's this then? This is trying to see who's about to set a lap. Right, time to go on board then with gaming things. Can he get himself a pole position today? We'll have to wait and see. Health Sector 1, as he is the only one to set a valid Sector 1 so far. We'll get a little bit of a tank slapper out of that corner there. Now into the difficult right-hander as it dips away from you. Starts now, after you go uphill, you go downhill. Let's see how he is. He's got a Connor behind him as well, so any mistake here from Gaming Things could put Connor in a bit of trouble here. Around Pouon. Seems to be doing okay. Up into 8th gear, coming to this right-hander now. Doesn't want to hit that inside curve too much as there is a yellow in Sector 3. I think it's just someone just starting up their fly lap. Now around, oh, he gets a bit of wheel spinning, but nicely held from Gaming Things. Now this long run up to the bus stop chicane. Let's see if he's brave enough and takes the upcoming left-hander flat out. Let's keep a listen out. Yes, he is brave as he's coming up to the bus stop chicane then. Can he find himself with a very good position here tonight? Around the final corner, get some decent traction out of that final corner. Sets a 1:55.9, but then Connor decides to beat it by 1.5 seconds. That, I tell you what, that slipstream slipstream, sorry, would have definitely helped. We'll go on board then with Karts as he's just come into the pits. He's struggling at the moment. Right then, on board with Solar, formerly known as Blue. Around the final few bends now, coming up to the bus stop chicane. As Brad Ellis, it's a 158.9. Didn't realise that he was on the flying lap, so I apologise for that one. Oh, and Blue spins it right at the end. And that would have most likely have been pole position. Albanian Smokey then, coming around the final two corners. Solar still out of the way. Albanian Smokey, 2 wins in a row, and he sets a 153.693. Provisional pole position for Albanian Smokey. A very good job there. Solar does eventually cross the line and sets 2:10, so not too bad. Right then, we're going to go on board with Callum Davis sets a 2:11. Go on board then with Mateo as he's the final car out on track at the moment, setting a lap by the looks of things. Let's see what he can do. He has pace every now and then. He hasn't been able to find it as of recent. But there is promise there from the veteran, as we've got quite a few people on track at the moment. Oh, something's going on here. Mateo comes across the line, a 157. But I want to see what's going on here, because there was something that was happening at the top of Eau Rouge at the end of the Kemmel Straight. So I don't know what's going on. Excuse me. So yeah, a bit surprising that. I'm just going to see if anyone's on a flying lap. Yes, they are. So Bradley Ellis then, he's currently 6 or 7 tenths up. So he should be able to improve on his previous time. Let's see if he keeps it flat through the left-hand kink. No, he doesn't. He goes very wide, somehow doesn't invalidate it. Braking hard then to the bus stop chicane. Can he get a good exit? Let's take a little look. Oh, he gets very sideways. Gets on the power very early. Comes across the line. Still 2 tenths quicker, so that's not too bad from him there. We've got a couple of people then coming out the lap here. We've got Fred the Red going slowly. We've got quite a few people actually going slowly, just to let people past. GTAC UK is also going past as well for another flying lap. As goes side by side with Carl. Don't want to be doing that at this point. Guys, keep it clean now. Just going to go on board with Solar, and actually no, yeah, he's invalidated, so he'll most likely come into the pits for a fresh set. No, he won't. He's going to go back out again, so we'll keep an eye on that one shortly. Let's go on board with Albanian Smokey. No, Albanian Smokey's on a in lap. So let's go on board then with Mateo. He's the next one to come across the line, I'd say. Ooh, he gets very close to Albanian Smokey there. Actually, it wasn't close, was it? What am I saying? Right, bus stop chicane then. See how he takes this. Narrow line. Very tentative on the power, but he comes across the line and sets a 157.140, which will see him still in P5 for the time being. On board then with Carl Briancon. He is slightly improved on his previous time. Let's see what he can do then. Gets a decent exit, comes across the line, and he goes still P2 with a 154.379. So Albanian Smokey is still the person to beat. Right, Mateo, he is he's 8 tenths quicker already, so we'll take a look at him in a second. We've got H. Collins in the pits. My next guess is Bradley Ellis. Yeah, here we go. No, he's abandoned his lap because he's invalidated. Fair enough. We've got a Ferrari here. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's very... has he got damage? Oh, he's understeering quite a lot. So I wonder if he's got damage here. Doesn't look like it, so he's invalidated it anyway. Right, who is next to come across the line? It's the Aston Martin. He's on the outlap though, so we'll go back to him eventually. Callum Davies has run out of fuel. So yeah, we'll go on board with Mateo, I think. Yeah, we'll go on board then with Mateo, see if he improves on his previous best. We've got quite a few people watching. If you are new to Division 2 NHRL, then make sure you drop the channel a subscribe, and also as well a like. Put on post notifications as we do live stream every week. Right, Matteo then, coming up to the bus stop chicane. I only know like 4 corners. Oh, and he decides to pit. Fair enough. Just realised that he's it's George Russell's car and helmet. Right then, on board then with Fred the Red. Let's see. Actually, who else is next to come out or to do a lap? It'll be GTAC UK. So we'll go on board with him then. As we've got the Haas of Bradley Ellis now coming out on a lap. 7 minutes to go then in qualifying. And like I say, yet again, Albanian Smokey is the time to beat. Right, boss up chicane, handled very nicely. Can he get a good exit? Oh, gets on the power a little bit quickly. Comes across the line. GTAC UK goes into P6 with a 1:58.581. Next up then is Fred the Red. He's already used all of his ERS at the moment. Comes across the line. Sets a 1:54.8, a very respectable time. And goes and sees himself into P3. Right then, on board with Gamey Things. He's 1.5 seconds up already on his previous time. This could see him into P2. Can he get himself a P2? Very good exit out of the final corner. Comes across the line, and yes, he does. Well, 1:54.110, which will see him in provisional second place on the grid. Front row start for him. Probably where he wants to be, especially in the wet, so you can see clearer. Right then, on board with Bradley Ellis. In fact, Fred the Red has just set a purple sector 1. We'll go on board with him very, very shortly. Bradley Ellis, where are you? No, you're on an outlap still, so we won't go on board with you. H. Collins, is he on a lap? Yes, he is, so we'll go on board with him. Looking for another decent result. He's had a few decent results as of recent. Sets a purple sector 2, so he is flying at the moment. Also, a massive shout out to him, as it is his birthday today. Let's hope you're not drink driving, my friend. Alright, let's see how he takes this left-hander. He takes it actually quite well. Let's see what he can do. Can he now get himself... Oh, and he invalidates right at the end. It would have been... We'll take a look where it could have put him. A 55.2. That would have put him into P6. But he's got enough time to go around and do another lap. So we'll go on board with him again very, very shortly. Right, GTAC UK, he has also invalidated his lap. Where would that have put him? It would have... He wouldn't have improved... Oh no, he would have improved, sorry. He would have seen himself stay in P7. But unfortunately, you know, he wasn't able to. Fred the Red then. Can he get himself any higher? No, he can't. It's still in P4, but he does improve by about half a second. A 1:54.11. No, sorry, 1:54.411. Hey, sounds like a good little rap. 1:54.441. Everybody here is having some fun. Why am I like this? I haven't even drunk any alcohol. Okay, right then, on board then with Connor is on a flyer. No, he's on an outlap, sorry. Fred the Red is just there. Matteo is about to start his lap. Oh, as we go on board, GTAC UK. Well held, my friends. Well held. I just caught the end of that, so fair play. Right, Bradley Ellis then. We'll stay on board with him. How's he around the final few corners? He's okay. I don't think he's going to improve though. Can he improve? Will he improve? Come around the final corner then. Decent exit. This might be able to give him a little bit of time to be found. Yes, 6/10, and it puts himself up into P7. Right then, on board with Solo. He's 2.5 tenths up now. Actually, no, sorry. We'll go on board with H. Collins. He'll be the next one to cross the line. Can he get himself into the top 10? Surely he can, as Carter has come back into the pits. But here we go then, H. Collins round the final corner, through the bus stop chicane, gets a little bit early on the power, just about held onto it, he comes across the line. I tell you what, P6, and that could possibly have been a P5 in that one. And Solar goes into P2 with a 1:53.9. He's got enough time though to do another lap if needs be. Burn off some more of that fuel. Albanian Smokey is now coming out of the pits. He feels threatened from Solar. And also as well Gamey Things. As Gamey Things is also coming out of the pits. So everyone is coming out into the pits. What about Carps? Is he still... Yeah, he's still in. So he hasn't done a lap yet. So I mean, to be fair, what would I do? I wouldn't do a lap if I was Carps now. But we'll have to wait and see. Right, let's see who is going to come across the line and do another lap. We've got one of the... I think that's Matteo. Yeah, Matteo has invalidated though, but he's got enough time to do another lap. So we'll keep an eye on him very, very shortly. Right, then, go on board then with Carp Ryancon. He's going to be the next one to cross the line. And then after that, I think it'll be Callum Davies. Callum Davey will be coming across the line just after him. So, bust up chicane, brakes well, into second gear. He's about to come across the line. Can he improve? Can he get himself into the top three? Comes across the line. Connor goes into P2 with a 1:53.847. Fantastic work there from the McLaren driver. On board then with Callum Davies. He did not improve, but he's got enough time to do another lap though. This will be his last. Oh, and then H. Collins has got a 5-place grid penalty, causing a collision with Solar. Okay then, so that's going to put him, unless he can get himself P5, he will be starting at the back of the grid. So that's not good. He might be able to get another lap in, I'm not too sure. There's a yellow in sector 1. But we'll go on board then with Solar. Oh, and Solar yet again, he struggles out the final corner. He's got, though, time for one more lap. Connor will not have time for another lap. So at the moment then, Albanian Smokey will be the person to beat still. Gamey Things has come across the line to start his lap. We'll go on board with them very, very shortly. Right, who will be next to cross the line? It will be Carps. This Carps got enough time to be able to set a lap. 24 seconds. We'll stay on board with him for now. Harley has retired, so he will be starting at the back of the grid. Maybe Carps was thinking there's probably no point in qualifying. We'll have to wait and see. Can Carps get across the line before time is up? I'm not too sure at the moment because the yellow flag situation is in the way. Does he get across the line? Yes, he does. So he will set one single flying lap as H. Collins. Fred the Red is going to start at least P5 at the moment, but could go down a position. Right, on board then with Matteo. He's about a tenth quicker. Can he see himself move up any further positions at the moment? H. Collins would be starting from the P11 guaranteed. He does improve by about just over 5 tenths, but he doesn't improve his positioning, but he will start in P7. I'll put that one out there now. He will start in P7. Right, on board with Fred the Red, who is left now to drive still. Bradley Ellis, he's invalidated, so he will not improve on his position. On board then with Carl Bryancon. He's invalidated this time. Solar though, next. IS Solar, or Zola, I don't know how you say your name. I'm just going to call you Blue, because that's how I know you. Comes around the final few corners then. Can he snatch pole position right at the death? Of course, he will still have Albanian Smokey, who is currently doing very, very well. I'm not going to say it so he doesn't thingy, so don't ruin it. Solar though goes across the line, 53.646. All Albanian Smokey now needs to do it. Oh no, he's invalidated. Albanian Smokey has invalidated, and at the moment then, it looks like Solar has done very, very well, but GTAC UK 3 tenths down at the moment on his time. So here we go then. Oh, and he just crashes straight into the wall. Right, not going to give him any TV time today. So then, Solar, IS Solar has officially got himself pole position for the Belgium Grand Prix. A very good job indeed with Albanian Smokey in P2. I don't know what was meant to happen, to be honest with you, Connor. I'll be completely honest. You said to watch it, I was like, okay, maybe he's on a really good time lap. But obviously not. We've got 8 people watching this evening, which is absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much for taking the time out of your day today. So then, your qualifying results then. Solar gets himself pole position and gets himself an extra 2 points to carry on with his championship contendership. Albanian Smokey in P2, a very well done job, only half a tenth in it between the top 2 drivers. Carl Brian Con in P3, Callum Davey in P4, Gamey Things P5, Fred the Red P6, Carbs in P7. H Collins will be starting last. That means that Matteo will start in 8th, Bradley Ellis will start in 9th, and GTAC UK I think will most likely start in P10, and then of course H Collins will start in P11. Well, that was an interesting qualifying, to say the least. So then, who is going to win the Belgian Grand Prix today? If I had to put any money on it, I would say, yet again, Albanian Smokey. Honestly, Fred, I think you've done a very, very good job. You did a very, very good job. You're only 8 tenths off pole position, so well done. So yet again, we have got a wet race this evening. And should make for an interesting 22 laps, which will see at least about 45 minutes worth of racing. And then after this, I'm going straight back on Vanguard because I'm addicted to it now. Just want to put that one out there. Right then, time for the formation lap then. And we shall see what's going to happen. Give me a second, guys. I'm just meshing some up. Right, that's what's going on with my phone now? Bear with me a second, guys, sorry about this. Right, they are not even halfway across the gate. I haven't even done half the formation lap yet. You love to see it around here, don't you? GTAC UK, well, there was go-go juice, but not the right juice. Well, that's just unfortunately the way it goes for you, my friend, isn't it? We've got Matteo, Bradley Ellis, GTAC UK and H Collins have all been disqualified from the formation lap. Well, that's just unfortunate for them, isn't it? Come on, lad, speed this up. I'm growing old. 26 in like 3.5 hours. Come on. Right, well, predicted pit... I can't even speak. Predicted pit stop strategy. Inters. Literally, you cannot take one set of inters to the end of the race. Believe me, I tried and nearly failed last week. And Clark, Fred and Gaming Things have all been disqualified from formation lap. Oh dearie me. Right then, so the final 4 cars are trundling along to the start line. FIA, hashtag purpose driven. Yes. Don't know what that really means, but okay. So then, 5 lights are almost here as they're all starting to get ready for the race. Can we get a good camera angle? Yes, we can. So 2, 3, 4, 5 lights are out. Lights out, and away we go. And it's a very tentative start for all of the drivers as we barrel down into turn 1. And it's Albania Smokey and in fact they make slight contact, but then Car Briancon gets a very good start, which now sees him, I think, into P2. As they're going to go side by side through Eau Rouge and up Radion. Well, Radion, then up Eau Rouge. I don't know how it really goes. One by one they go. And it's a very, very well done from the drivers. But now then, here comes Car Briancon. In the words of Martin Brundle, whoever says it. Car Briancon down through Kemmel Straight takes the lead on lap 1 as Albania Smokey is just behind him. Going to get P2. But look at this then. There's some contact with Solar now dropping a couple of positions. A little bit of contact. Callum Davies is in P4 now, as he's now going to look. Oh no, sorry. This is Solar looking for a move on Albania Smokey. He's to go around this right-hander, but with all this battling going on behind him, Car Briancon is starting to walk away with this one already. 1.1 seconds ahead already. But I want to mention as well a great. Oh, wait on side by side then. Fred the Red and H Collins going to go side by side in ramp 1. Bit of a switchback manoeuvre here from Collins, but can't make it work. So well done to Fred the Red for a brilliant overtake. And yeah, what a start to the race this is. No yellow flags. No, doesn't look like there's any contact. Well, saying that though, GJC UK goes very, very wide at one point. Is there any damage on that car? No, there is not. So then, on board then with Car Briancon leading the Belgium Grand Prix. In front of Albania Smokey, as there is a yellow in sector 2 and 3, and that is Matteo. Yeah, resets the track. That's absolutely fine, as there is no one behind him. But there, yeah. So then, gonna ride on board with those at the front, just so we can go through the grid order after lap 1. Car Briancon is leading the race ahead of Albania Smokey. Solar in 3rd. P4 we've got Callum Davies. With P5 is Carps. Gaming Things has dropped down into P6. Fred the Red in P7. H Collins has found himself moving up a few places on lap 1 in P8. GTAC UK starting to get further behind in P9. Bradley Ellis in P10. And Matteo is currently coming into the pits for what I believe could be a new front wing or a new set of tyres. Let's see what he chooses actually. So in fact, before we do that, we shall ride on board with Albania Smokey, because he is now starting to catch up to Car Briancon. We'll put on telemetry, we'll put on the details and everything. The biggest winner so far is H Collins, but we are going to stay on board though with Albania Smokey, because like I said, he is now catching up to Car Briancon. Right on the back of his rear wing here. He's not going to leave him alone. Is he going to look for a move at any time? Possibly not. I don't think it would be the right decision really at this moment in time. Car Briancon obviously at the moment has got the fastest lap, but that will definitely go down as time goes on. So then, Matteo comes in for a new set of inters, but he'll have to pit again unfortunately after that one. So his only hope now is a safety car. We've got penalty already, and that is for Bradley Ellis. He is, yeah, 3-second time penalty already. Not what you want to see after a lap and a half, 2 laps of racing. Right then, who is the closest battle at the moment? It is actually going to be Fred the Red and Gaming Things. Fred the Red has got a very good run here. Is he going to look for a move into the bus stop chicane? Oh, slight contact. Very slight contact. Don't think there's any damage though, as they're going to go side by side into the bus stop chicane. And I tell you what, what an overtake from Fred the Red. Moves himself up into P6. So very well done there. Right, back on board then with Albanian Smokey, still hunting down Carl Brincon into the third lap. There's a little bit of quite a lot of wheel spin out the exit of turn 1. But yeah, this is going to be, should be a very interesting race between the top 3. But oh, and Carl Brincon cuts the corner. I wonder if Carl Brincon will let him pass, as I believe he might have just gained an advantage. But yeah, I'm sorry, I would give that place back because it looked like that you cut the corner, Connor. We'll keep an eye on this one here. In fact, we're going to go on board then with no, actually the closest battle on track is still Albanian Smokey and Carl Brincon at the moment. But I'll tell you what though, Solar isn't too far behind. 1 seconds down the road though is Callum Davies, so he will be licking his lips at this prospect of a possible podium. Right. And breathe a little bit more as Fred the Red, oh hang on, Carps has gone round, Carps is round. He's spun it at P1. He's managed to keep it out of the wall by looks of things, so well done to him. Solar gets 3-second time penalty for oh, and it's a big crash for Albanian Smokey, and surely that is going to bring out the VSC. And I'll tell you what, oh hang on, there has been even more issues here because 5-second time penalty has been given to Callum Davies for a big amount of contact, so I didn't catch that, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. That is my bad. I was looking at what happened to Carps. And the safety car is out now. I wonder if anyone's going to pit. I don't think they will. It's probably too early to pit now, as my suspicions are correct. Hang on, GTAC UK is also out of the race, unfortunately. Where's he gone? He's gone in sector 3 as well. So in the space of 2 laps, or in the space of like 5 seconds really, 5-10 seconds, we've lost 2 drivers as Carts is going to come into the pits. I don't know why you would. Not really any news at this point in time. Callum Davies has got a 5-second time penalty now for another, oh wow, another 5-second time penalty. So he's got 15 seconds worth of pens. Oh wow, okay, that's a lot of penalties for you, mate. Don't lose your cool, my friends. Solar gets 5-second time penalty, so I wonder if that will now be disputed in the stewards in the instance chat. We'll have to wait and see. But I'll tell you what though, this is going to help out Matteo. He was so far behind, bless him, but he will now catch up. Wait, let's just, if you guys can hear me out on track, try and keep it clean on the safety car restart and on the safety car. So then, we'll go through the grid order yet again. It's Carl Brincon in P1, Solar in P2, Callum Davies now in P3. But of course, P2 and P3 have got quite a bit of penalties, unfortunately. And just notice as well, Callum Davies hasn't got a front wing. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens now. Fred the Red in P4, very good start actually. How many places has he gone up now at the race start? I'm very curious to see this. Penalties, no. He's gone 2 places. But a good shout out to H. Collins in second. Yeah, gaming things still in P5, holding on to P5, so decent job from him. H. Collins though, like I say, up 5 places at the start, so a very good job from him. He's on a roll at the moment. Found some good paces of recent. Brad Ellis is in P7, Carps in P8. He's about to catch up to the back of that pack. And then Matteo is currently P9. Of course, GTAC UK will still get a point, as we are under Div 2 rules. Obviously, we believe now that, yeah, there we go. We've got Callum Davies in the pits for a new front wing. Let's hope it doesn't mess him up and just make him serve his 5-second penalty. Actually, no, he'll serve his 5-second penalty first, won't it? Derp. So yeah, they won't welcome his car, but it's probably the right time to really do it. So yeah, he will now... Oh no, he's only got... Oh no, yeah, he's at the bottom now, isn't he? So now he's only got 10 seconds worth of penalties, so, you know, what is he going to do about that one? Have to wait and see. So at the moment then, Solar, to be fair, Solar probably could have actually pitted now, but he's probably going to wait until the first set of pit stops. Of course, around here it most likely is now going to be a one-stop strategy. I'm sure another safety car will actually get everyone into the pits. So. Fortunately, Albanian Smokey and GTX UK are out of the race, and as you saw, Albanian Smokey did leave the session, unfortunately. But my guess is, though, safety car will be in this lap. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. And I wonder if the safety car will be in this lap. It most likely will be. Damn, there we go. I just said it. I was right. Oh, 5-second time penalty for Matteo. And I tell you what, Callum Davies is not having the best of times. Another 5-second time penalty. In the rain, guys, you need to be careful. It's so much more difficult to see anything. Oh, H. Collins now gets a 5-second time penalty. There's 5-second time penalties everywhere. I'm just on board here with Car Brian Con, so I want to see what's going on. Oh, well, he's gone now, so there we go. Goes quite early. To be fair, you probably could have actually gone here, really. But, yeah. Racing is back underway then. And we've got a few people diving into pits. I believe that was Callum Davies. Most likely going to get another set of softs again and then just serve his 5-second time penalty. Bradley Ellis has moved down a position as well by the looks of things. We've gone board down with these guys at the back. See if anyone's going to go for an audacious move. Doesn't look like it. Everyone's quite spread out. Bradley Ellis with a lot of understeer there. Callum Davies with another front wing change. So the Alfa Romeo team are going to be in the red after this race. But the closest battle on Jack is for P1 again. But the thing is though, Solar with an 8-second time penalty will have to then pull out a massive gap to Car Brian Con. And around here I cannot really see that happening. Going to ride on board though with Matteo actually. He's getting very close to Bradley Ellis, and it looks like Bradley Ellis is struggling. Maybe he didn't warm up his tyres quick enough. So he's going to be struggling now in sectors 1 and going into sector 2. See what Matteo does. He's going to go for a move around the outside at P1. No, he doesn't. No helmet though for him, so it's very unsafe, especially in the wet. I'm sure stewards and Malcolm Massey will not be happy about that. It's being very risky, doing a Mark Webber, no helmet. I'm going to go back on board though with Fred the Red actually, because he's catching up to Solar very, very quickly as Gaming Things has used all of his ERS, so he's going to be under attack from H. Collins, but going to stay on board though with Fred the Red, just behind his brother in that Ferrari. Is any moves going to be made? I don't think so. It looks like everyone is pretty far spread out. As Matteo goes a little bit wide, but you know, he's definitely got the pace today. Matteo has. So we'll have to keep an eye. I'll have to keep one eye on that battle. Going to ride on board. Oh, Callum Davies gets another 3-second time penalty. He is not having the best of days today, is he? Unfortunately. Now going to be damage limitation from today. Right then, stay on board then with Solo. He's going to look for the move. He's got ERS, but of course with it being a wet race today, no DRS. But I'll tell you what, Connor has got a very fast car in the straight, so he's got a good counter attack here. So fair play. Riding back on board then with Matteo as he is right behind Bradley Ellis. Gonna go for a move at the end of the Kemmel straight, is he? Oh, a very audacious dive down the inside, slight contact, but that is most likely just because of the fact that, you know, it's just a wet race. But I believe that to be an absolutely brilliant overtake, and Matteo sees himself up now into P7. I am glad that I caught that one on camera. If I do say so myself, that's very good camera work. But it does look like though Bradley Ellis is struggling. I think as well actually. Bradley Ellis, no, he hasn't got damage on his front wing by those things. But right then. So yeah, congratulations to Matteo, moving himself up into P7. Going to ride on board then with those in the top three, which are Carl Brian Con, Solar, and Fred the Red. And it seems like Fred the Red is ever so slightly catching up. No, it's not actually. Doesn't look like it now. Right, let's see how the braking is for Blue going to the final corner. He's definitely more confident on the brakes, and he's right back up behind Carl Briancon. Can he get a good exit? He gets an okay exit. And he's really now pushing for this. Let's see what happens. On turn one, can he get a decent exit? Yes, he can. Tell you what though, Carl Briancon didn't get a good one. So now, going to keep an eye on Solar from Carl Briancon's view. And I'll tell you what, Solar got a better exit out of Eau Rouge. Now then, right behind Connor. Is he going to go for a move at the end of the Kemmel straight? We've got a yellow in sector 1, but we're going to go on board with that one very, very shortly. Let's hope this doesn't bring out a safety car. Tries going around the outside, can't make it work just yet. But Connor will be under immense pressure now. And tell you what, this is going to help out Fred, and it's going to help out gaming things as well. But this is going to be a good battle for the race win, I'd say. Tell you what though, Fred the Red is getting hungry for this now. He's right behind his brother. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. This is obviously the closest battle, so as it's the closest battle, we'll stay on board with them, I'd say. Of course, Bradley Ellis did spin, but, you know, what would you rather see, a spin or a very good battle for P1? So then Fred the Red is looking to overtake Solar then, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Go back on board though with Solar, see what his braking is like. Yeah, into the final corner, he's very, very confident on them brakes, isn't he? And he gets a better entry and exit out of that corner. Actually no, this time it was actually Connor. Connor actually got a decent exit. Into turn 1 we go then. Sharp right-hander. Hairpin. I tell you what, this is a brilliant battle. Thing is, well, Solo's got about half his energy left. Well, Carl Briancon has 80% left. So Carl Briancon is definitely in the clear here. As hang on, Bradley Ellis is round. No front wing damage, so we'll go back on board then with Carl Briancon, and those at the front of the grid. And it does seem like a decent, yeah, it seems just decent so far, so fair play to these three for having a good race. Thing is though, Solar does have 8 seconds worth of penalties, and if the race was to finish as it was now, he would be P6. No, he wouldn't. Actually no, he might be P6. No, he won't. He'll be P5. Because H. Collins has got a 5 second time penalty, sorry. But yeah, this is the closest battle on track, and so we'll stay on board with these guys for the time being. Fred the Red, though, gets himself a 3-second time penalty, whilst I have a massive yawn in the middle of that sentence. So, apologies later for that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and Blue spun! Oh, he just about kept himself in the race. Has he got damage on that Ferrari? Maybe now is the best time to pit. Yeah, I think he's got some front wing damage. But wowee, he just about saved that enough to keep himself in the race. And in the pits then he comes. Oh wow. Oh wow. Well, he's definitely going to need a front wing change. And there's a safety car. There is a safety car. I don't know what for. So I'll tell you what, this has actually helped out Solar in more ways than one. Okay. So I don't know why the safety car is out. Maybe it was because he crashed into a pit lane entry. Let's be honest though, it is easily done. Matteo is also going to serve his 5-second time penalty in the pits, which will also help him out. This is actually going to be a very, very good for Blue, or Solar, shall I say, as they all come out of the pits now. So I will expect the front runners soon to pit as well. So yeah, interesting to say the least. They're going to have to go around now and catch up to that safety car yet again. The safety car came out as they already went past. So they might actually still have that free pit stop in hand. So we'll have to wait and see. Bradley Ellis is in the pit, serving his 5-second time penalty and getting another set of tyres. But of course, the front runners still have, well, all the drivers still need to adhere to the telemetry time and not be too quick, otherwise you will get a penalty. And we don't want that to happen. We've had too many penalties today, guys. Come on. Right then, so Carl Briancon, yeah, into the pits he comes. He keeps it out of the wall, unlike a driver. We've got Fred the Red also coming in as well. Gamey Things will also now come in as well. Doesn't hit the wall, which is good. Carp stays out, actually. Probably not the right thing to do. Same with Harley, he has stayed out. He probably should have just pitted. I think that, my friend, is your race done and dusted. You will not be able to get yourself a win today, mate. Unless you can somehow take these to the end, but even so, it's kind of over for you now. Right then, Gamey Things is in. Matteo, yeah, he's already pitted, of course. So, Carps is on 6 lap hole tyres. He might feel comfortable enough to be able to take them to the end of the race, but I don't think H. Collins is going to be able to get to the end of the race on these set of tyres. I mean, you never know though. You might feel comfortable enough to be able to do it. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. But, yeah. I think we're going to have one more lap of a safety car, unfortunately. So we'll just relax again. Hopefully this is the last safety car. Well, that's the hope anyway. I don't know why the safety car came out actually in the first place. I know that I know that Solar went into the pit wall, but it's not like, you know, he retired or anything. So I'll tell you what, it's a good job he didn't retire, because of course the ghosting was off in this league, and it would have blocked the pit lane. But most likely would have been removed before the other got actually into the pits anyway. Yeah, one more lap of the safety car then, and we should be able to get back underway. Drop the stream like, ladies and gentlemen. Also, as well, subscribe, as this channel is almost close to 90 subscribers, so that would be quite good if the guys in the chat would be able to know that as well. So yeah, let's try and get these guys to 90 subscribers on the YouTube channel. See if we can get like, let's say 5 likes on the stream as well. I was actually meant to be recording this, but as I'm recording in 720p 60 FPS, I can't record and stream at the same time, unfortunately. But the next week I will be doing the highlights as well, so you will have them going forward. So we'll see what you guys think of the highlight stuff. I'll try and get the highlights out every Monday, starting next Monday. So yeah, thank you very much, GTA, for liking. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. I'm not yawning because it's boring, I'm yawning because I'm just tired. And I'm still going to be awake until like 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm playing Vanguard. Right then, safety car hopefully will be in at the end of this lap. The only problem though with safety cars around here is just it takes forever. It just takes for blooming ever. I could literally go and make myself a cup of coffee and a 7-course meal and we'll still be finishing off the lap. I'm not going to attempt it because I know what will happen. The safety car will come in this lap. Oh, Carver trying to warm up his tyres, ready for the race restart, and he almost spins it. Glad I caught that one on candid camera. There we go then, safety car is in this lap with about 10 or so laps to go, and H. Collins will be leading the pack for the rest of this lap. He's going very slow though, he's got to be careful not to cause anyone damage behind. So I'm going to stay on board the camera shot like this just in case. Starting to speed up ever so slightly. And he's not warming up his tyres though, that's the thing, he's not warming up his tyres. Is he going to go right at the end? It looks like it, yeah. Right then, around the final corner then, he's about to go. And he's gone, and a lot of wheel spins, that's not going to help him out very, very much. And now we've got Brian Carl and Solo almost going side by side. A little bit of contact by the looks of things, and it looks like no damage there. And I'll tell you what, Connor is just like, thank you very much. And Blue has spun it, but he's managed to keep it out of the wall. And yeah, he's managed to keep it somehow out of the wall. And who was that going very slow there? I'm not too sure, but now it's going to be Carl versus H. Collins down the Kemmel Straight. I'm getting some weird... yeah, no, that's fine. Everything's fine. Right then, down the inside goes H. Collins. Is he going to make the move stick? He's not. Of course, Carl is going to have the freshest set of tyres here. Oh, yeah, H. Collins is really struggling on these tyres now. And Carl Collins is going to be happy about this because this is actually going to help him out. And, you know, give him some more breathing space. As Fred Durant's going to look for a move down the inside of Pool One. Surely not. Side by side through Pool One. There's some contact. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, little bit of argy-bargy there between the two drivers. And I don't think no one's going to be happy with that one. But Solo, with a lot of work to do now, going to try and get himself back up into the podium position. It is definitely doable. But he needs to do it quick. Right on board then with Gamey Things. He's on the back of H. Collins. It wouldn't surprise me if H. Collins now decides to pit, because I know them tyres are going to be dreadful. It's pretty much a risk now. Is he going to pit though? Is he coming into the pits? No, he's not. H. Collins stays out still. Not the right choice. He should have pitted under the safety car as well. Which then would have removed a 5-second time penalty there and then. But Solo though is on the back of Gamey Things as well, so this is going to be very interesting going up Radion and Eau Rouge, or Eau Rouge and Radion, or Radion and Eau Rouge, whichever one's whichever way the order is. Solo though, very comfortable through uphill, but he can't catch up to Gamey Things just yet. So we'll keep an eye on that battle shortly. On board though with Callum Davey. Been very unlucky with the amount of penalties he's had today, but he's only got 8 seconds now. Still the most out of anyone on track, but it's definitely better than having 15 seconds, unfortunately. Can't make anything happen yet, but we're going to go back on board though with Gamey Things. How old are his tyres? Oh, he's got much fresher tyres, so he's going to surely yeah, just look at the speed he's carrying through P1 and out there as well. So wouldn't surprise me then if Gamey Things overtakes H. Collins shortly. But H. Collins needs to leave space, he can't be closing the door all the time. But obviously he can close the door if he wants to, but it's the fact of like doing it so late. Mateo gets a 3-second time penalty. Right, this is the closest battle on track. Actually, I was saying that though, Bradley Ellis and Carp's trade places. Back on board though with Gamey Things, as he's right on the back of H. Collins. Had to lift though because of the dirty air, but now he's going to look for moving to the bus stop chicane. Down the inside, no he doesn't, he backs out. Fair play. Oh, some contact between Solo and Gamey Things, I believe, which now caused Gamey Things to lose a little bit of ground on H. Collins. We'll have to see though how it all goes through Eau Rouge and up Radion. Eau Rouge is the bottom part, Radion's the top part, if I believe correctly. So let's see how this one goes. Oh, Gamey Things has got a brilliant exit. And now then, surely this is going to be the moment at the end, down the Camel Straight. And here comes Gamey Things, going to look for me around the outside. He gets side by side. Can make it. Oh. H. Collins just shuts the door on him, causes him to spin, and not only that, gets a 3-second time penalty as well. I'm sorry, but I personally believe that is H. Collins' fault right there. They were side by side, and there was no reason for him to have closed the door like that so aggressively. I think, yeah, I'm sorry H. Collins, I know we're friends and all, but that is your fault there, I'm afraid. And Gamey Things, don't be in AI. And Carp, I think now it's got minor front wing damage, because look how wide he is. Oh no. Was that on purpose? I believe so, and that has caused a safety car. So it all started with Gamey Things being an AI through P1 and Carps then going to the back of him. I'm sorry, but that is a little bit suspect, if I have to say so myself. We'll have to wait to see what the stewards think of that one. And yeah, like I say, we'll have to wait and see what the stewards think of that one. So there's going to be a safety car again for another 10 minutes, pretty much. But saying all that though, H. Collins is finally pitted. He's finally got rid of his time penalty. And this could actually work out. This will now work out in his favour actually. So he's actually played this one very smartly. This is an HRL, mate. This is an HRL Banksy. It's yeah. There's going to be crashes. Fred the Red has just put, I don't like this. Well, let's have a look actually. Let's have a look at the penalty situation then for everyone. Oh, I mean, you know, we've got Callum Davies now getting a 5-second time penalty. He loves his 5-second time penalties, doesn't he? Solar is in AI mode, which I don't think he should be. Something going off in the chat that I'm going to have to keep an eye on as well. Guys, please don't be in AI mode. Even if it's on the safety car, especially in the rain, at least. Dry, I can understand if you're in AI mode sometimes, but when it's raining, you need to be very careful. But yeah, Fred the Red's only got 3 seconds. So I mean, at the moment, he could easily hold on to P2. That's the thing. But H. Collins, though, you know, if everyone else gets another 3-second time penalty around him, H. Collins could easily win this race. On his birthday as well. Who'd have thought? But yeah, safety car will be out for one more lap, I'm guessing. Excuse me. Yeah, one more lap, and then we should be able to have about 5 laps without any interrupted racing. Well, that's the plan, anyway. So then, we'll take a quick run down. I mean, it'll all change at the end of the race, guaranteed. Car Brian Connor's currently leading the way with Fred the Red in P2. P3, we've got Solar, as the Carlos has now left the session. Hopefully he has recorded his footage, because we are going to probably most likely need that. Callum Daly in P4, but he's got 13 seconds worth of penalties and will most likely drop down to P8. Mateo is currently P5, Gamey Things in P6, Bradley Ellis in P7, H. Collins at the moment, as it stands, is in P8, but no penalty to him at the moment. In fact, I wonder if he's got any warnings. H. Collins, he's got 1 warning so far. Yeah, 1 warning by the looks of things. No, 2. He's got 2 warnings, so 1 more warning. And he gets a 3-second time penalty. So yeah, he needs to be careful now, because he could, as long as he keeps it close to everyone, he could actually finish on the podium. But the thing is, though, he's got to hope that he can overtake people quickly and not get held up too much. Well, I hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. I know that a lot of places are doing the bonfire fireworks. See, this is the one time of year that I enjoy, because everyone celebrates my birthday on the 5th. So, oh, car Brian Con gets a little bit squirrely out of the corners onto the safety car. So, better to get it out of your system now than to do it later. Of course, top 3. If you are watching, if those in the top 3 can stay in the lobby, so I can invite you to the interview chat. But here we go then. Fingers crossed this is the final safety car of the day. Fingers crossed. Bradley Ellis gets a 5-second time penalty for collision with gamey things. Come on guys, you've got to be careful on the safety cars, I tell you. So Connor then leading the pack up to the bus stop chicane. Will he go early or will he go late? He goes now. So here we go then. 5 laps to go in this Belgian Grand Prix. Can Brian Con keep it on track and win this race? Right then, barreling down into turn 1. He's kept it on track quite well. And he gets a decent exit compared to Fred. Right on board though with H. Collins because he's gone. Oh, Bradley Ellis is round. So I don't know what's happened there. But going to ride on board though with H. Collins as Callum Davies gets a 3-second time penalty. That now puts him up into 16 seconds of penalties. Getting close now to being disqualified. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But I'm going to ride on board though with Gamey Things as he's close. Oh, Solar gets another 3-second time penalty. Yes, let's tell you what, Gamey Things gets a very good exit. Going side by side, and what a manoeuvre. Down the inside it goes, and I tell you what, H. Collins also follows his lead, so a fantastic job from them two. Matteo must be kicking himself. Why does that front, like the front of the Williams, look so big compared to the rest of the cars? Oh, I know why, because it is. Right on board there with Fred the Red. He's going to want to try and overtake Brian Con and pull out a 3-second gap, but it's going to be difficult. But H. Collins is also as well close, getting closer to Gaming Things. But we'll stay on board though with Fred the Red. It's going to take the shorter line through here in sector 3. Pretty much the whole of sector 3 is pretty much flat out, except from, of course, you know, the bus stop chicane. I mean, you can't really go through that one flat out, can you? Right then, on the brakes. Connor doesn't seem... Oh! I tell you what, that's one way to get around the bus stop chicane, by drifting it. So a bit of showing off there from Fred the Red. But has lost him a little bit of time. H. Collins though is slowly catching up to Gamey Things in P5. So let's see if we can work this one out. If H. Collins doesn't get if he doesn't get a penalty, he will most likely now be in P3, I want to say. So a podium is within reach for H. Collins. We'll have to wait and see. Can he get a podium on his birthday today? We'll just have to wait and see on that one. Oh, Bradley Ellis is in the pits for another set of enters. Most likely now I'm going to go for the fastest lap. Of course, you get a point for getting the fastest lap, and also 2 points for pole position. But of course, the 2 points for pole position has gone to Solar, if I remember rightly. I can't remember, it was that long ago. The closest battle though on track at the moment is Fred the Red versus Brian Con. So we'll have to wait and see what happens between these two. I think now Fred the Red is just hoping that Connor can get himself some warnings and get a penalty or two. As it stands, he will still have P2 as a Fred the Red gets the fastest sector 2, so he's really on a push here. Oh, and H. Collins has now thrown away the chance of a podium. And yeah, he'll still get P4 most likely. You never know actually. And that's the thing. He might. Oh, actually no, because yeah, no, he could. I mean, it's close. Bradley Ellis gets 3-second time penalty as well now. He's now up to 9 seconds, so he will be plumb last. Fred the Red though with the 1:54.954 to get the fastest lap of the race, so he is really pushing to finish first on track. Whether or not he will finish first after the penalty situation is another thing, because Connor could easily bin it at the top of Eau Rouge or Radion. I don't know which was which. I'm still confused. But now then, down the Camel Straight, he's gaining the areas slightly, but not enough there to make a move. So maybe now it's just all about keeping it on track for Fred the Red and then getting himself a P2 finish. We are going to stay on board with these guys just because, like I say, they are now the closest battle on track. Everyone is like a second or more behind each other. The grid now is separated by quite a bit. So yeah. Of course, top 3 will be invited into the party for post-race interviews. It'll be whatever the top 3 is after the race. Of course, penalties can be changed as well. So maybe someone like Callum Davies could easily have P1. You never know. But it'll be whatever 3 finish are classified in the top 3 on the night. But yeah, not really much else to say now. So fair play to Connor not getting a single penalty just yet. Tell you what, Connor, if you can hear this, get yourself a penalty, mate. Come on, make it interesting for us. Like, you don't want to be the odd one out here, do you? Just track extend a couple of times to get a penalty, yeah? Come on, make it interesting. Nice. Carl Brian Connier is now second ahead. And 2 laps to go then. About another 5 minutes worth of racing if that. And yeah, you know, it's been an interesting one. We're going to 3 at DNF, which is actually quite surprisingly like low, I'd say. Solar, I don't think will be happy, but he will, though, most likely get. I think literally the top 3 that you see now is the top 3 that we're going to have in the interviews. Unless something crazy happens on the final few laps, or on the final couple of laps. Carl Bryan will come across the line to finish P1 with Fred the Red in P2 and then Solar in P3. But like I say, anything can happen now. We'll just have to wait and see. H. Collins has really lost ground though to Gamey Things. But I'll tell you what, Gamey Things is now catching up to Callum Davies. And in fact, that is now the closest battle on track. But I'll keep an eye on that one. In fact, no, we'll keep an eye. We'll stay on board with Gamey Things for now. And Carl Bryan gets a 3-second time penalty. Let's go! Let's go! Finally, everyone has at least 3-second time penalty. But I can't really see that making a difference. Let's be honest. Because Fred the Red, because he should now push as much as you want. And yeah, Carl Bryan is just nailed at that with an extra point. But I think Bradley is going to have something to say about that one. Right. You know what we're going to do? Because we're still Gaming Things, I'm going to keep an eye on Carl Bryan because you never know. He could bottle it for Rouge not Radion. No, he doesn't. That is pretty much the race secured. Right, Gaming Things versus Callum Davies then. Is there going to be at least one more overtake to end the race today? That's the worst camera angle in the world, game. Down the inside, and here comes Gaming Things. Goes down the inside. Can he make the move stick? Yes, he can. Callum Davies just lets him through. And Gaming Things is up into P4. But with that 8-second time penalty, it won't really matter too much, I'd say. H. Collins will most likely get P4 now. So we're going to ride on board with Connor going into Sector 2 now. And it's been a controlled race from him. Look, how many positions? He started in P3, if I remember rightly. Yeah, he started in P3. Fred the Red, though, actually, up 4 places to get himself a P2. Callum Davies is past Gaming Things. Oh no, Gaming Things is round. Gaming Things is round. That's going to promote H. Collins guaranteed now into P5. But then, we're just going to ride on board though with Carl Bryan coming around the final few bends. Fantastic. This is going to help him out so much in the Drivers' Championship. Round through the bus stop chicane, round the final corner, and Carl Bryan comes across the line to win the Belgian Grand Prix. Fred the Red is going to finish. In fact, we need to take a look at these now. Fred the Red is P2. Solar is in P3. H. Collins does get himself into P4. Callum Davies has crossed the line already in P5. Gamey Things, unfortunately, in P6. Matteo and Bradley Ellis still left to go, and we'll give them to some TV time at least, you know. And Matteo though will finish the race in P7. Probably not his best race. I mean, he's up in position, sure. Did start in P8, so very well done to him. And yeah, here we go then. Comes across the line. Matteo will finish in P7, picking up some decent points for the Williams team. And now then, the final car to cross the line will be Bradley Ellis, bring up the rear in P8. And congratulations then to Car Brian Con, Fred the Red and Solar. We will get you in. I will get you in the party momentarily. H. Collins though will get driver of the day. And I believe as well, the fastest lap goes to Car Brian Con, I want to say. We'll take a look then. We'll go through the standings again, and then we'll get the top three into the party. Car Brian Con then wins the Belgian Grand Prix ahead of Fred the Red, who is P2. P3 goes to Solar, and the fastest lap award goes to him as well. So that's another point on the board. So that's 18 points for that young man there. H. Collins finds himself in P4 after starting P11 today. Callum Davies in P5, Gaming Things in P6, Matteo in P7, Bradley Ellis in P8, P9 we've got Carps, and then Carps, GTAC UK will both get points even though they did not complete the race after the DNF, and Albanian Smokey unfortunately is down in last place. Time then to get the top three in the party. I apologise, there is a blue screen. I am on my own this evening, so yeah, bear with me ever so slightly, and we shall get the top three in here. So there we go. Party invites are out, and we shall wait for the top three. My tyres after the last safety car were not working at all. It was like driving on the car. Thank you very much, Matteo. I appreciate the words of encouragement. Right then, I think we're just waiting for one more, I believe, and that will be Fred. See if Fred does join. And here we are. Right, can everybody hear me? Yeah. Right, and we're going to start off with P3 then, which is Solar. Are you happy with P3, or are you disappointed not to have been able to get P1?
I'm really unhappy with it.
Why?
From lap 4, rear diffuser and cycle damage ruined my race completely.
So how did you get that then? I don't think I caught it on stream.
Under the first safety car, approaching safety car, me and Connor slowed down as you. P3 going to the back of me.
Right. Okay. I was wondering why there were so many 5-second time penalties, and so that's probably one of the reasons why. So saying that though, you know, P3 with quite a bit of damage. Sure, that's got to be okay for you.
It is. I mean, it's okay. It's good points, but from that incident, the race just went worse and worse for me.
It's not very happy then. The race itself, though, before, of course, that damage, how was you feeling? How was the wet weather for you before, obviously, all the damage?
With like, I'd say the first lap or two, I was getting to grips with driving the car in the wet. After that, I felt like I was catching on to P2 and P1, and then of course the first safety car came out, and that just put everything behind me.
Well, moving on to next week's race, that is Zandvoort. How do you feel about that one?
Very confident around there. That's my favourite track.
Favourite track? So, do you think that you can win that one?
I reckon I could give it a good shot, yeah. Before the update for the handling model, I was top 300.
Very good. Right, well, congratulations though on P3. Either congratulations or commiserations, whichever one you want to take away from that one. But moving on to P2, it is Mr. Fred the Red. Tell me then, are you happy with P2, Fred? Oh. Well, congratulations. So the race then itself, how was it for you? How did you find the wet weather tonight? Of course, after the final safety car, you know, you're so close, obviously, behind Connor. Did you feel like you could have maybe won the race if you was able to get past him, or do you think maybe that 3-second time penalty did kind of like just give you a bit of a different sort of momentum, if that makes sense? Like, did you feel like the 3-second time penalty kind of hindered you in that one? I mean, P2 is still good. Moving on to next week, obviously, Zandvoort. How are you feeling around there? Might be a good idea. Ask Connor for a setup. I'm sure he'll give you one. I was just saying, ask Connor for a setup for Zandvoort. I'm sure he'll give you one.
Not for my setup.
Well, anyway, Fred, congratulations on the P2 tonight, and fingers crossed you can get another podium next week. Moving on to the race winner then, Brian Con. Congratulations on P1. Tell me, from your end of the spectrum, how was it for you?
I don't know, I'm sort of a bit lost for words, because I feel like I should have won Spa back in season 2, and now that I have done, I don't feel as happy as I was, probably because I wasn't as satisfied with my performance today, especially since I knew it could have been taken away from me. As long as it will all come down to the guys who submit the 5-second pens, and if they get removed or not. But because there's that many of them, I doubt that many positions will change. I'm just really annoyed or concerned of like someone's caused that. But the race itself, the start was better than expected. It was very close at the first couple of corners, but I have to say I really feel for Smokey, because I kind of enjoyed having him behind me for a bit. Someone to actually push you a bit. And Fred was a little bit unnerving to me at the end, because I didn't feel under pressure from his pace, no offence, but I knew that one mistake and I knew he was going to get the trap position.
Yeah, I mean, at one point you had no penalties, so I don't know if you heard me say, come on Connor, just get a 3-second time penalty, just so you're not the odd one out, and then next thing you know, you did get a 3-second time penalty, and then I kind of noticed that Fred was pushing on the final couple of laps, so I was like, is there going to be like a massive dive bomb into the final corner? But thankfully on your end there wasn't. Obviously next week, Zandvoort, how are you going to feel about that one? Are you looking forward to that one?
Well, I've won quite a few races around there already, so I'm set up to bet everyone else.
I had a feeling you was going to say something like that, because we was talking about that one the other day, wasn't it, about Zandvoort, so... but yeah, that's pretty much it. Commiserations, of course, then to Albane and Smokey. I mean, he had such a good qualifying and start. So the 3 extra points will go to Solar, as he got fastest lap, and the pole positions. That's 18 points, if I want to put that one correctly. Of course, standings could be completely different this time next week. It all depends on the stewards report. But yet again, congratulations to the top 3, Connor, Fred the Red and Solar. But join us next week though for round 11 in Holland for the Dutch Grand Prix around Zandvoort. Same time, same place, same commentator, same shenanigans. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.